We have the Primal Rumblings event coming out to Pokemon Go on pretty much today. Are you guys ready to max out this event to help you make sure to get everything you possibly need from this event, extract it, and then get ready for this weekend, which is going to be the global Hoenn Tour in Pokemon Go. So you know what time it is. Welcome to the Treecko Club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to start off this event. I guess it's really a two-day, pretty quick turnaround event, which is going to be called Primal Rumblings in Pokemon Go, which does include Rayquaza in raids. That's going to be extended from there, and it's also include Mega Latios and Latias, which we will check out in a tip here, and then further than that. This event will have a overall bonus, which is going to be 2 times XP for evolving Pokemon, and not only that, we are looking at some other things, such as spawns, field research tasks, and more, and we're going to get started with those in my top tip, starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 of this event, as always, is going to be looking at the spawns of the event. So the spawns are going to be as follows. We are going to have all the Hoenn starters, which are going to be Mudkip, Treecko, as well as Torchic. So the good thing about these Pokemon is that they all have Megas, and the Megas of all of them are going to be dual typed. They're going to be some of my favorite Megas in the game for their dual typing, because Sceptile goes into Grass and Dragon, Blaziken is going to go into Fighting and Fire, and then Swampert is going to go into Water and Ground. So they all cover different typings. At Mega Level 3, they are going to boost the XL candies from catching those typings, so I highly suggest you guys get all these Pokemon. Not only that, they are some of the top Pokemon in all of their categories. If you do want to check out the best of the best for all of them, please check them out over here. They are quite impressive, to be quite honest with you guys. So get all of them. However, there's only going to be one Pokemon here that's going to be a PvP savvy Pokemon, and that's going to be Swampert, which, as you guys have heard me before say, it is a very Swiss Army knife Pokemon. In the Great League, it's going to be ranked 5 with Mudshot, Hydro Cannon, as well as Earthquake. 100% IVs are going to be a 0-14-14. In the Ultra League, it's going to be ranked 9, same exact moveset. 100% IV is going to be 0-14-13. And then in the Master League, it's going to be ranked 34. And then we're going to have Wurmple. The reason why I do love Wurmple, number 1, it obviously does have a shiny. All of the Hoenn Pokemon are now going to be shiny in the game, guys. Not the evolutions, but at least the base forms are. Wurmple is going to be a 12 candy per evolved Pokemon. So if you go around catching a ton of Wurmples, which they probably will be quite a common spawn, you will be able to Pinap them, you will be able to get a candy. 2 catches will get you a evolution plus more candy with the evolution from the candy as you get it, and then the transfer, which is going to be very important. So you can get a bunch of Wurmples, Pinap them as much as possible, then set out time where you're going to walk around, have an auto catcher, put on a lucky egg, and evolve these Pokemon. That's going to be very impactful. I actually think that's a really good strategy. It's definitely from the past, which was less about raid battles and friendship bonus, and it was more about catching and, more importantly, evolving, and that's how we did get a lot. Not only that, they're going to have Wishmer out there. Shiny is available. Also, this Pokemon is a very easy Pokemon to be able to evolve because it's basically not really good for anything right now, so you don't really need excess candy. On both those Pokemon, you can take the candy, honestly, all the way down to 0 with these evolutions. So 2 go hard here if you're looking to get more XP. And then next, we're going to have Numel. Numel is cool because it is going to go into a Mega Camerupt at some point with a Fire and a Ground typing. So that one's cool, even though that is the same typing that is covered by the Primal Groudon. Still good to have this Pokemon. And then finally, we're going to have Barboach, which does go into Wish Cache, which is ranked 26 in the Great League with Mudshot, Mud Bomb, and Blizzard. 100% IVs on this Pokemon will be a 0-14-13. And then finally, we will get Combuskin, Marshtomp, as well as Grovyle. Those are going to give you guaranteed 1 XL candies. When this event originally came out, they were denoted by Niantic that they were going to have shinies. However, they will not have shinies in the wild or in the raid battles, and that we're going to have Absol out as well. Absol does have a Mega. Great shiny, but not really super good. It doesn't even have a dual typing for its Mega Pokemon. So those are going to be all the spawns of this event, which is then going to lead us to tip number 2. Tip number 2 will be a branch off of that 2 times Evo XP that I did talk about in tip number 1. So here is going to be the strategy overall if you guys didn't catch it right here. So we are going to catch as many Wurmples as possible with Pinap Berries. Not only that, you can go after Pidgeys, you can go after other Pokemon that are going to be 12 candy per evolve, such as Weedle and Caterpie, or even 25 per evolve that are not super important, that you can go after these Pokemon. You save all of them up. You get a lot of them. You can do approximately 120 evolutions, maybe a little bit more, every single 30 minutes. You're gonna put a lucky egg on, you're gonna walk around, and then you are going to spin stops, catch Pokemon with an auto catcher connected to your phone, and you're gonna walk around a very densely populated area and evolve the entire time for the best and most optimal thing. And then you're gonna rinse and repeat over and over again to get you more XP. You can get a decent amount, guys, and remember, Spotlight Hour typically has a 2x XP evolution, and people can range anywhere between 400 and 600,000 XP, including if you do not have evolved Pokemon in your Pokedex. Doing these Pokedex entries at the same time is gonna be very helpful, which will then lead us into tip number 3. Tip number 3 will be all about the field research going on. Let's check that out right now. And the field research is as follows. We have catch a Treecko, Torchic, or Mudkip, which can give you either a selection of balls, which is amazing for this weekend coming up. We have 10 Pokeballs, or 5 Great Balls, or 2 Ultra Balls, and then catch 3 Pokemon originally discovered in the Hoenn region, for 10 Raspberries, or 10 Pineapple Berries. Honestly speaking, Raspberries, they're pretty cool, but Pineapple Berries, if you guys are looking to pineapple some, but honestly guys, when I'm after these Pokemon now these days, I'm not really focused on the berries anymore, because I feel like it genuinely slows down your catching, your Stardust, your XL Candy, and everything like that, because it does add an extra step in there when you're trying to grind really hard. And then we have the collection challenge, which is basically catch one of the Hoenn starters, and then you're gonna have to evolve it all the way until the top to be able to get you 10 Ultra Balls and 1 Rocket Radar. So get after it. Alrighty guys, that's gonna be the field research, which is then gonna lead us to tip number 4. Tip number 4 will be all about the Pokemon making their way into raid battles. In Tier 1 raids, we are going to have Torchic, Treecko, as well as Mudkip. And Tier 3, we will have the second tier evolutions of Marshtomp, Grovyle, as well as Combuskin. These 1 and 3 star raids, I would suggest you do at least one if you haven't had them registered towards your medal of unique rated Pokemon. However, I would not suggest you do the raid battles beyond that, because these Pokemon all have Megas. Whenever they make their way back into Megas, you can catch their 3rd tier evolution Pokemon for the same cost as their 1st tier evolution. You can get Mega Energy, 2 XL Candy guaranteed, and you can get the shinies in there. So, although they would require an elite charge TM if they do come through the raid battles and you do get 100% IV, I think that it's worth the payoff, honestly. And beyond that, we're going to have Rayquaza in raids. If you guys do want to see the counter guide, check it out up here. And then finally, we're going to have Mega Latios and Latias. These Pokemon are great Pokemon for XL Candy boost because they are Psychic and Dragon dual typed. They are pretty strong. Mega Latios is a very strong Pokemon as a meta attacker. Both are very viable to get you that XL Candy, and they are going to be Dragon and Psychic. They will be weak to Ice, Ghost, Fairy, Dragon, Dark, as well as Bug. Mega Latios 100% IV will be 2178 in normal conditions or 2723 at level 25 in windy weather. And Latias is going to be 2006 or 2507 at level 25. So these Pokemon are very strong Mega Pokemon. They are going to take a decent amount of trainers to take them down. Do not look at these Pokemon lightly. I'm going to say to start off with at least 5 trainers and go up from there if you have strong counters, and if not, go up. Definitely get more trainers in here. The top counters for these Pokemon are going to be number 1, Mega Salamence. Mega Salamence is an amazing Pokemon to have as an active Mega because it will be the top counter for Mega Latios and Latias. It will also get you extra XL Candy coming from Rayquaza raids, which is definitely a bonus. In spot number 2, we do have the Mega Gardevoir. In spot number 3, we are going to have the Shadow Salamence. In spot number 4, we have Mega Latios. In spot number 5, we have Shadow Dragonite. Mega Bayonet in spot number 6. And if you guys do want a budget counter, you can look at the Hydreigon with the Brutal Swing and the Bite combination. So that's going to be everything that you guys do need to know about the Primal Rumbling event in Pokemon Go. Good luck out there, but most importantly, get prepped for this weekend, which is going to be the Hoenn Tour, which I will be playing in Tokyo, Japan. So I'll see you guys out there. So thank you guys for tuning in. To all my likers, comments, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes their support, subscribe, and put to the next level. See you guys out in the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.